So tell me, what is vibe coding in English with a French vibrant accent?
Vibe coding is a term often used to describe a style of programming or software development that focuses on the overall feel, creativity, and intuitive aspects of coding rather than the just following strict rules or methodology. It's about capturing the right vibe or feeling while coding, making the process enjoyable and aligned with the developer's own style and intuition.
Exactly. I love this accent. Yes?
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Sure, I did. I created this software using vibe coding. So, in order to find out to create the board that Donald Trump showed in the White House, I asked Gemini the following question: is there a database that gives me the current reciprocal tariffs for the countries? And I gave him a list of the countries. And actually, there is. It's called the US International Trade Commission. And it's a database which is based on HTS codes, which I have no idea what they are. They have a link here. Okay, so this is where they host the data for the tariffs. Okay, so how can I use this database now? Because what I want to program a HTML page based on JavaScript. The big advantage of JavaScript and HTML is that you can run it on all machines. You can run it on a phone, on a mobile device, on a computer. You don't need special hardware. You don't need programming tools. You don't need anything. So this is what we are going to do today, and I'm going to ask him how I can use the database. So I'm going to ask him about the possibility to retrieve the information with JavaScript. Oh, it can be challenging. Okay, no official public API. This is bad. Website scraping is fragile. Commercial trade data APIs. Okay. Okay, no, but I give it a try. I asked Gemini to create an HTML page. So it was called the USITZ for the countries in the list. Put the code in one page. Okay, we should switch to canvas anyway. Okay, he has done something here. Run the code in canvas. Unbelievable. He really tried something. Error fetching data load failed. Okay. He just used a fake query. He just thought this might be the query, but this is actually stupid. So obviously we're not getting any further from here. So let's go back to the download page where we can get the tariff data. It's not that one, it's this one. Okay. So here I can query for like custom items. But this is not what we are looking for. We are actually looking for tariffs and for import-export deficit data, trade balance. Oh, that looks good. Okay, gives me a query form, trade balance, okay. And I have to fill out the customs value for, we select the year 24. Okay, all countries together. So review results. And this is the total trade deficit of the United States for the year 2024. I can also list it for all countries. Display countries separately. And it gives me this result for all the countries. So now I'm going to download this, and hopefully Gemini can work with the data. So we will import the data. Gemini cannot handle XLS. So let's try DeepSeek. And DeepSeek at least offers the option. So let's load the data into DeepSeek, and DeepSeek is now extracting text and images from this file, but I cannot see anything. So let's create a table. Oh, wonderful. So DeepSeek is actually able to read the file and retrieve all the data about the trade deficit of the United States with all the other countries. So this is taking a while. So DeepSeek not only retrieves the data, it also tells me something about the balance sheet. Okay. The total trade balance of all countries combined is 1.2 trillion. Okay. So now we will ask DeepSeek to create an interactive HTML website where we can view and visualize the data. And I'm using HTML pages because you can run them on every device, on mobile devices, on your computer. You don't need specific programming tools, and they're very, very useful for vibe coding. So if you're planning to do vibe coding at home, I strongly recommend that you use HTML pages. And all you need to do is to tell DeepSeek to create the code. And I tell him to use chart.js, which is a free library for chart. I'm telling him he should use this one because it makes it much easier. And I also tell him to put everything in one HTML file so we can run it right away. And he's doing the program. He's now doing this programming the styles of the HTML file. This is the page. On click, so he's also implementing some functions. I didn't ask for it, but DeepSeek does it anyway. He's creating a JSON list for the data. This is wonderful. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, think about it. All I told him was to create an HTML file, and it comes up with all these ideas. So this is going to take a while, so we do a fast forward. So it's almost finished now. It's now coding the software code in JavaScript. And I really can't wait to see what DeepSeek has done now. By the way, it's always a good idea to switch to chatbots and not stick with one. Don't stick with Gemini, don't stick with Copilot or DeepSeek. Just use whatever is the best solution. Switch between the bots, take the data, move it to another bot. They can mostly read it and understand it, and you can proceed with your project. So there's no need to stick with one chatbot. Okay, he's done a lot of stuff. An interactive chart, searchable tables, summary section, data formatting, responsive design. Okay, and the good thing about DeepSeek is it has this run button here, so I can just press run. Global trade balance 2024. Okay, it computed the total balance. It also told me countries with the largest surplus, with the largest deficit, China. Wonderful. And here have the list. But it's not really responsive, because if it would be perfectly responsive, then actually I should see all the items next to each other, but for some reason, oh, because he's only showing the top 10. Okay, top 20. Okay. Top 50. All countries. Wonderful. Look at this. Type bar chart. Horizontal bar chart. It's not doing it. He's not doing the horizontal, so there is an error. Search country, so China, for example. Okay, if I search for a country, it's only filtering the table, but not the chart. All right. So now we are going to find the error. I'm just telling what is wrong. So horizontal bar does not work. And I have to tell you guys that I used Copilot, I used Gemini, I used ChatGPT and DeepSeek for programming, but I'm actually most satisfied with DeepSeek, to tell you the truth. He missed it. He put everything in a separate file. This is not what I wanted. What are you doing? Stop it. Misbehaving creature. I have to tell him, put everything in one file. So DeepSeek is almost finished now. Okay. Fixed horizontal bar chart. Well, we will test this. Better data presentation. Okay. Let's give it a try. It is still running. That's a good sign. Because if you start with vibe coding, you will recognize sometimes it will not run. You will just see an empty page. And then you have to find the error with DeepSeek or whatever bot you're using. Okay, it's still working. Now we switch to the horizontal bar. Well, nothing. So we have to fix it. So almost finished now. And you won't believe what DeepSeek has done because I watched it. So let's scroll back. These bots are actually very, very, very lazy. And instead of inserting all the data, it just inserted part of the data and told me the rest of the trade data remains exactly the same. Of course it does, but you have to insert it, otherwise it does not work. So these bots are really, really lazy. But we can give it a try. Maybe DeepSeek has fixed the error. Okay, vertical bar, horizontal bar. Well, that's good. At least something, but my countries are gone. All right. Insert all the data, please. Okay. Now he's doing it. Complete data set. Okay. All 233 countries. Full functionality. Let's see. So the vertical bar mode does work. Labels are correct. Okay, wonderful. So we have a working interactive trade balance sheet showing the deficits of the global trade of the United States. Well, so I have decided to introduce a map. So I will ask DeepSeek to add a map into the page and show all the countries and a tooltip when I am hovering over a country. I am telling DeepSeek to use the OpenStreetMap API because using Google API is really a headache because they require a credit card and I don't want to use this. So OpenStreetMap is free. If you tell the bot to create OpenStreetMap API, it will use this map instead and it's a free map. Okay, let's see. I will enhance your dashboard by adding an OpenStreetMap. Okay. This is going to be absolutely fun. I don't know if DeepSeek is able to do this. Add OpenStreetMap tiles. Okay. Add tooltip. Wonderful. Go on. Continue. Okay, I have to press the button. Looks like the server is busy again. Okay, it's working again. Interactive OpenStreetMap visualization, country styling, legend. All right. Here comes the moment of truth. Okay. Okay, here's the map. And there's nothing, no button, nothing where I can invoke it. And I suspect he doesn't know the coordinates of the countries. Maybe OpenStreetMap is not telling him, or the API does not, there's no function for hovering over countries. I don't know. You're absolutely right, okay. Better arrow handling, okay. Enhanced country matching. Let's see. All right. This is a whole breakdown. The page is empty now. I apologize for the confusion. Okay. This page should now display all the three components correctly. All right. Well, at least we see something. That's good. But this looks wonderful. I mean, look at this. Okay, we can now check if it's correct. Like we have here now China minus 295 billion. Let's verify that. Yep, that's correct. If I look closer, it is really a fun fact that DeepSeek actually created an additional entry for the United States, which is not in the original data. So DeepSeek made it up. It hallucinated. And I don't know exactly where it happened. If I scroll back. Okay, it said edit missing countries. All right. So it created extra data. So this is something we have to take care when you retrieve data using chatbots, that they do not actually add additional data. So let's see if we can fix this. It might be that DeepSeek now really lost track. Well, it's saying the server is busy. What we will do instead,
We will create a CSV file from the old session. We can also remove the values in order to get the pure country list. Now, we switch to Gemini. We take this data and merge it with the last known code in Gemini. Hopefully, Gemini will remove the extra country and create the final version. So you see, you have to talk to the chatbot, check the values, switch bots, and merge the data. But remember to check for hallucination.
So actually we wanted to create a tariff board, but we ended up with a trade deficit map of the world. So this is sometimes when you write code, you start up with some idea and you end up with something else. But this is the fun about vibe coding. You never know what you're gonna get. And also don't forget, you can download all my projects on my website. You will find it in the description below. So, okay guys, if you like the project, I will do more vibe coding on this channel. So please subscribe and we see us next time.